Hey guys, Tyler from Allstar Airsoft, bringing your video on how to properly clean and lubricate your gas blowback pistol. So if you played Airsoft for any extended period of time, you know that when you're using a gas blowback pistol, you're going to have to clean it every now and then, otherwise it's going to break. So obviously you're going to want to take that investment, purchase you some silicone oil, and clean your gun every now and then. Now whenever you're doing this, you really don't need to clean your gun too often. I say once a month is a pretty good point to set it at. Obviously it depends on the amount of use that you're going to put into your gun. So if you use it every weekend, firing 1,000, 2,000 shots through it, you're probably going to want to clean it more often. But for me, I would just clean it about once a month. Just seems like a good point to start at. But obviously you can adjust that the more you use it or the less you use it. Alright, so the first step in cleaning your gun is obviously taking the slide off so that you can get access to the internals of your gun. Now the gun I'm using here is a KWA H&K USP, and it has a slide release right here. All you're going to want to do is cock your pistol back, make sure it's fully cocked, line it up with the hole on the side, as you can see here, and just go ahead and pull your slide release out. There is a button on the other side. It does help a little bit more if you just take that button out and push from the other side. So as you can see, I have taken the slide off, and now I can go ahead and pull up, and that'll give me access to the internals of my gun. So the first step in cleaning your gun is to go ahead and take all the internals out of the top slide. Now, what I'm going to take out first is the spring and the spring guide. Now, for this gun in particular, it's going to have to push this spring forward, and this thing will lift up and give you access to go ahead and take this out. And that's really all I'm going to take out. I'm going to go ahead and take this out, as well as the outer barrel and inner barrel both. So once I take those out, I can go ahead and clean the slide and get it ready for silicone oil. So as you can see here, I've went ahead and taken the spring and outer barrel as well as the inner barrel out of the top slide, which now gives me access to the full slide. Then I can go ahead and lubricate. Now this gun in particular, I don't believe has ever been cleaned, so you might just want to take a paper towel as seen here and just go ahead and clean all the dust or dirt out of your gun. Obviously if you don't have any, you really don't need to unless it already has grease on it. So if you need to clean it, go ahead and clean it. If not, like mine is here, then you can just go ahead and apply some silicone oil. So when applying silicone oil to your gun, you still want to be... So when you're applying silicone oil to your gun, just be kind of conservative with it. Don't overdo it, and you should be fine. So I'm going to shake it up a little bit and just apply a little bit down at the end of the slide. Just kind of along the side, just to make sure you get plenty on there, but not overdoing it at the same time. So just go ahead and do it to one side of the slide, and repeat the process on the other. So now the slide should be good. I'll go ahead and take a paper towel, wipe this down. Just make sure you spread out the silicone oil evenly so it's not blotted up and all in one spot. So just take this, rub it kind of side to side, and just make sure it's really lubed up and ready to go. So I'm going to do the same thing on the lower, but I'm going to just kind of lube all of this in here, all of these guide rails for your slide. That way the slide's going to move through the gun a little bit quicker and cleaner. And this is just going to make your gun last a little bit longer. So start at the end down here, apply a little bit right here, a little bit there, and go all the way down. And I'm going to flip it over and do this to the other side as well. Alright, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and applied it. And now I can take my paper towel and wipe. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I went ahead and lubed my gun. The slide and the lower receiver are both lubed. And I went ahead and took a paper towel and cleaned it just to spread out that silicone oil so it's not all in one place and won't get blotted up or, trap dirt and make it stick there. Just something to watch out for whenever you're doing this. There can be dirt or chunks of metal in your slide in case, you've broken it in some way that you didn't know about. So just watch for this so that you're not cleaning it, leaving it there, and then it messes up something else in the future. Alright, so now that you have already cleaned your gun and cleaned it up real nice, it is now ready to go back on the field. So to put it back together, just repeat those steps that you did to take it apart backwards, and you should be good to go. Now, you may not think you should clean your gun as much as you do, but it's never a bad idea, especially if you use it a lot or put it through some dirty conditions, play outside a lot, just things like that. It's never a bad idea to go ahead and clean it, whether you just did it a couple weeks ago or not. Just go ahead and do it. Just be safe. Cleaning your gun is going to make your gun last a lot longer. and it's just never a bad thing to do. Alright, so that's pretty much going to wrap up this video on how to properly clean your gun. Like I said before, it's always a good idea to clean your gun, whether you've done it recently or not. Just go ahead and do it, just to be safe. So if you guys have any questions about any guns in particular, or how to take them apart, things like that, so you can get access to clean your gun, leave it down in the comment section below. Be sure to answer all you guys' questions. Thank you guys for tuning in on this video. This is Allstar Airsoft, signing out.